question is simple. Are you a turtle?
I said to myself, theropods are boring. I don't need to get any more Hammond collection theropods until they make a Carnotaurus or an Allosaurus or something interesting like that. And then I bought the Ankylosaurus, and I like the boring theropods more. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and poo-poo the Hammond collection Ankylosaurus all day, but I'm not going to praise it either. It's certainly nice and big. I mean, you can tell that from looking at it. If you need a YouTube video to tell you that, then that's concerning. It feels heavy, which I appreciate. It's seeming more and more like the Parasaurolophus was a fluke with how horribly hollow it was. My favorite thing about this figure is the tail, which was done thankfully with articulated segments instead of a bendy wire. A bendy wire tail worked fine on the other figures, but Anky's whole thing is the tail and club combo, so I'm glad they did it this way.
ほう、向かってくるのか。近づかなきゃ、てめえをぶちのめせないんでな。ほうほう。では十分近づくがよい。
Articulation is about what you would expect. The legs all bend where they should and are nice, but ultimately when you step back and look at it, every pose kinda looks the same. The shoulders and hips are technically not just on swivels, but they can hardly move out, so they may as well be. It's fine for what it is, but I think saying this figure has great articulation would be a stretch. Neck joint is good and tight, however, and an opening jaw is always welcomed kindly. There is a very nice wash of paint that rests between the cracks in the scales of his head, back, and most of his tail. It seems the last two segments are missing this wash, but the club also does have some white paint, so that might be why. Mattel always confuses me with their inconsistent paint apps, but that's up to them on if they want their figures to look good or not. There is a lot of technically good sculpt work on him, but it feels unfinished. The head is good, and so are the folds of skin on the legs, but the whole underside is washed out and smooth. I suppose the sculptor probably took one too many coffee breaks and didn't have time to finish it, and if that's the case, I'll forgive them. If it's anything but that exact scenario, I would be upset. I don't know. See, he's alright, but I think he's not lovable or memorable enough for me to forgive him. Is he a solid recreation of the Ankylosaurus from Jurassic Park 3? Sure, he is. Do I want to buy 5 more of him like I want to buy 5 more of the Geosternbergia? No, not necessarily.